Hello, this is Damien. I am just putting this up front of this podcast to make two apologies, really. The first one is that, sorry it took so long to come back. The last podcast we recorded was in February, and then for Lily and I, both, life got in the way of stuff, both been very, very busy. Stuff was going on, but we always talked about carrying on. So we hope you enjoy the show. The second apology is that, and it's my fault, is that rather than turn on our microphones, I turned them off. So the audio you're going to hear is not the kind of quality that we'd normally put out. We're normally very, very careful about making sure that when you're listening in your car or on your headphones or whatever you might be, then it's lovely, crispy, clear, and you can hear our wonderful sonorous voices. But this time I've screwed up. So the audio is not awful, but it's not what it usually is. So please don't judge us on this if you're a new listener. And again, hope you enjoy the show. Right, okay. Oh.
And we're off.
What a surprise, Lily, because I didn't think we'd ever do this again.
Did you really think that?
Well, I thought there's a bit of me was like, time moves on.
We were going to be in the statistics of not getting past 7, is it?
I think it's 3.
3. Okay,
we beat that.
Okay.
Bang, to 4.
So what? You definitely mentioned the number 7 once, though.
Yeah, 7. I don't know. 7's like I don't know. Maybe it's like a lucky number thing.
Someone you said like 7. It's the one you were like, however many people barely get to 3, and then a certain number of people then don't make it past 7.
Oh, right. I think that's most, actually.
Yeah.
And we're still not there.
I know.
So it's
is
not
this
count
number
our chickens. 5, really.
5, if we're accumulating.
Yeah, and if it was the same podcast.
Speaking of which, you'll notice we have not reintroduced the podcast as a series of stupid decisions.
Which is how the theme
for bloody good reason as well. Jesus.
Do you want to say those words in a way that isn't in beautiful tuning?
Soprano. Do you reckon that was high enough?
I felt like it was more of a deep alto.
Tenor? No.
All right then.
A series of stupid decisions.
Yeah.
Which was our baby, wasn't it, really?
It was. A difficult baby.
What do they call it? A colicky.
Colicky baby. It was a colicky baby.
Because, well, it was good at first, to be fair.
Yeah, exciting.
We hit the ground running, but then we got Stitch about 200 meters round. And it was around about the Hereditary time. Yeah.
We realised that film.
No, it wasn't. We had plans to do another one, but both of us weren't doing our homework.
No, we got busy, didn't we? We got busy with life stuff.
Busy. And also it was things like, we'd both seen the films before, but we wanted to commit to it properly in order to do a quality podcast.
Yeah.
But in doing that, didn't do a podcast at all because neither of us watched it.
Because exactly. That was the thing. It was the text message was like, oh, I haven't watched the film yet, Lily. And then you were like, oh, neither have I. And then it was kind of like, oh, well, maybe we should. Yeah, exactly. But I do remember Hereditary being problematic because it was the first time we were like, oh,
there aren't any stupid decisions.
Not really. No. It's a very serious film in many ways. There's nothing to laugh about in that film. But
that was the first time we sort of sprinkled the idea of branching out the podcast. And then we've kind of taken that and run with it and completely changed the name and kind of the focus to give us more opportunities. I think we will still talk about films because it's going to loop into this.
No doubt.
And that's originally how our podcast started, with talking organically about a film that we had seen.
It did.
And I think we both see horror films so regularly that will still happen.
I think so too. I mean, we're sort of lovers of horror. In fact, you went to go and see Evil Dead Rise.
Evil Dead Burn. Evil Dead Burn. Evil Dead Rise is the one before that.
That's right.
They are not related. Yeah, I really hated it.
Yeah.
It felt uncomfortable to the point I almost wanted to get up and leave. It was just...
That's not a good sign. It's not often one leaves a cinema unless one feels unusually unwell.
No, not unwell. That's it. Even the gore was just I feel like you're trying too hard.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, I'm going to go see it tomorrow.
Yeah, like I said, I won't give you any spoilers.
But like we did with Black Phone
2,
when I come home, I will
send you, using the power of voice message.
You do love a voice note, actually.
Yeah, because I've got
just
I've got
send you a little voice note.
I've got chubby fingers. Look at this. Chubby fingers and bad eyesight means it takes me a long time to text.
You did call yourself a fat fingered twat for missing the test button.
It's
so
true.
At least you're consistent.
Smallest tangent ever. I used to work in the pub when I finished university. The landlord who hired me once called me a fat fingered twat. No, a fat digited twat. Was what
Digits.
Digits. Yeah. Chubby digits.
I haven't heard the word digit used for finger since uni.
Right.
When you would make yourself sick. And so you'd digitise yourself.
Fuck, I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Ooh, but that leads us on to creepy things, right? Because I find that quite creepy.
Digitising yourself?
Yeah, because it's weird on lots of levels. Like that bit in The Matrix when it does all that thing and then it sounds like it's been digitised. But this is a whole different thing with fingers.
Okay.
Never heard that phrase.
I hadn't, and for a long time.
Right, okay.
Well, that was what brought me onto that.
Right, that is a big tangent.
Look how sweaty.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about why he's sweaty?
Because that's how humans cool themselves down.
That's true. Dog's pant.
Exactly.
Dog pants.
And I think that would be weird with the mics, really, if we were doing that. So,
yeah, it would be. But can we just say that this is, obviously, if you're watching or listening to this out of context, is because we've got this crazy heat wave. Oh. And so it's really hard.
If you're not native to the UK.
You're not native to the UK. But yeah, it's really, really hot. And
we were going to do it outside the podcast.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a treat. Like a sit-down wee. Like a sit-down wee for men.
You think that's a treat?
I've heard that is. I don't know if it's true.
It would feel like a treat.
No, it's just like a little rest rather than having to
maybe
actively direct. You know, it's like being a passenger rather than being the driver. Like you just get to.
No, I get it, but I do also think it's like a selfless act because men will spray
exactly
often, and then it's like if you sit down, you're kind of doing everyone else a favour by not spraying the toilet seat with urine.
There we go. See? So a treat. But
a treat
we
for everyone
didn't
else.
do it outside because we weren't established with where we were going to do it quick enough. And in classic Lily and Damien fashion, we didn't plan it enough or in advance.
No. We talked about it a lot.
On brand. We yap and yap and yap.
Yes.
But
that's the
don't really execute. Yeah.
No. Exactly. Don't execute. We never finish.
Theory and intention are good. Yeah. Execution, poor. Okay, so you said on that note of fingers being creepy, that led you on to something, but I don't know where you were going.
I was going straight, I guess, into the sort of purpose of this podcast, which is that if we segue from...
Oh, we haven't introduced a new name.
No, but we're getting there. It feels like... Exactly like episode 1 of a series of stupid decisions. It took us a long time to even get to the point.
Because we both felt embarrassed to say the name, yeah.
Right. I don't feel embarrassed about this name. I think it's the best name ever.
Nothing to be ashamed about.
Nothing to be ashamed about. But it's... So if we're segueing from... We talked about films, and then that became quite the chore. And also, it's quite hard to find stupid decisions in every horror film because sometimes there just aren't any.
Yeah. Or it becomes very boring because we're repeating the same stupid decision. Right. Like, oh, they've gone somewhere alone again.
They went in a cellar and they didn't turn the lights on. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. So this is kind of expanding on, I suppose, the theme of horror. Mm-hmm. But it's like creepy stuff. It's stuff where Lily and I, and guests, hopefully, and guests, we can talk about the little things and the bigger things that we find creepy.
Yeah.
Which leads us on probably to the name of the podcast, right? You want to do it?
This is for you. You can do it because you came up with
it. Right. So,
when you just announce it like that, it makes it feel worse. You do have to have it in a sentence, I think. Otherwise, it's...
What do you mean?
It feels so uncomfortable.
All right, then.
So give us the backstory of how you came up with it.
All right,
and that will help, because then you can go, this is how I came up with.
Okay, backstory is this. So we're changing from a series of super decisions because we're like, okay, we talked about it. Just quickly, the one thing that has hung around from stupid decisions is that when we're on the mats together, even today, this still happens. Yeah. Which is a direct hangover from Hereditary.
Yeah.
And so there is now the signature sound of our podcast. And if I can, at some point, I will work that sound in so that you know when we're running an advert or something.
We almost played a game of bogeys with it today, actually, didn't we? Because I did it quietly initially because I was trying not to be disruptive. Yeah. And then you called me out and you were like, that was weak. Yeah. Did a louder one. Yeah. So then I did up my game.
You did up the game and then I pinched Lucas.
I saw, yes. Also, you kicked my leg out from under me as well.
Yeah, so. I did. Yeah. Anyway, so, so that's the series of stupid decisions. And then Lily and I went, okay, fine. So we need to find a different name, a different kind of like.
Because we want to change it, yeah.
Exactly.
We did have a back and forth conversation about what we might change it to.
Fro and to.
Where we were both contributing and we landed on something to do with omens.
Omens.
But then you forgot what it was.
Yeah.
And then a couple of weeks later, you text me and say, what do you think of this?
I just texted
and I was like, oh my God, I love it.
Well, I want you to say it a bit now because I feel like we really hyped it up.
You want me to say it?
Do you know what's going to happen? I just thought it was really funny. Is that if someone's going to watch or listen to this, they've already seen the name of the podcast and the title anyway.
Oh God, that's so tragic.
That is tragic, isn't it? So this is all kind of like...
How did you come up with the name though? You told me you tell me the backstory.
Okay, I came up with the name because I was thinking about things that we find scary and funny ways of saying it. And one of the funniest phrases, in my opinion, is a very English phrase, which is, give me the willies, right? It's like when your nan's like, oh, give me the willies. You know, so it made me laugh. And then I thought, there's no way that podcast title exists. And then there's a little bit of...
all of the names we've chosen in the past have been taken.
All the good stuff. We got
so we never get excited anymore.
10 pages of A4 with names on that we just couldn't have because they're not unique. Whereas this one, the Willies, I've said it.
You've done it. Well done.
I've said it. The Willies. And it's easy to remember. So when you're like, this is a great podcast to listen to, it's called The Willies. And then that person's going to get in their car and they're not going to forget that. They're going to go, it's called The Willies.
And as I was saying to you earlier, I actually had to develop a fondness for the word Willies or Willie because often I would be made fun of because my name rhymes with Willie. So Lily Willie was quite... And you know, if you got upset, it made it worse. Yeah, so you just had to suck it up. The bullying.
Yeah, the bullying.
The bullying.
No, okay.
Fucking hell.
That's good. And I only realised that because you told me that about an hour ago.
Yeah, it wasn't even that long. It just feels like it's been that long.
Because it's that hot. It is an age. So, what are we doing with the Willies?
What are we doing with the Willies? So, I think we were going to start off actually with... Well, we don't really have a particular... plan in the sense it has to be a organized structure. No. We're going to have ordinary, maybe somewhat even mundane things that we might find creepy.
Yeah.
Or really extreme things that are creepy, things that have happened to us, things that we've read about.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be just sort of how we feel. I think
uncanny things. Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be recent. It could have been from years ago.
Past life.
Do you think you have one?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Banker.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know.
So you got to come back as a human after being a banker. You must have been very...
I was vermin. That's right.
On the
we probably know some bankers, don't we? Vermin.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I apologise to any bankers.
Yeah.
Cool.
To rhyme with a very particular word.
I know. And yeah, another thing, everything keeps looping back to uni because we used to have to do something called the sing-off at uni when we joined as freshers.
What?
And it's where all the halls, the committees would write chants and we'd all scream them at each other and then you would win like first, second and third. What?
And
part of our chant was we were dissing a rich hall.
Yeah.
And it was your mum and dad are bankers, you're all fucking wankers. But
amazing.
The person who did the chant forgot to say bankers and just went, your mum and dad are wankers.
Brilliant.
You're all fucking wankers.
And what I love now is that you push us into an E rating.
Yeah. It was already like that.
Is your podcast explicit? Yes.
I mean, there could be worse.
We swear a lot. Don't we?
And we're going to again, because in horror films, there's lots of
There is swearing. There is.
So in the good ones, anyway. Okay. Are you going to tell me what your thing that bothered you this week is?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the little thing, isn't it? Right.
Yes.
So this is the little thing that I find creepy that I thought about and I was like, yeah, that's one thing that I find creepy. It's a little thing, Lily, and it is quite simple. It is people crouching, right?
I actually know,
Do you know what I mean?
exactly what you mean.
Boom. See, this is the kind of creepy thing we want, right? When you're like, oh, it's like the cold side of the pillow thing, isn't it? It's like, I love the cold side of the pillow. And then you're like, do you know what I mean? And everyone's like, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Right, but no one, anyway, it's that. People crouching.
Heels off the floor.
Heels on the floor.
Because flat feet is just a deep squat and I'm impressed with the mobility.
Yeah, I do try to do that.
Yeah.
As much as I
but
can.
But the crouching on the balls of your feet, where you're a bit rounded, thoracic mobility is poor.
Yeah. Hunkered down. Can I give you an example from a film that I think I know you love?
Please.
Sinister.
That is my favourite horror film.
Right. Top tier, top 5, I think, for me, for sure. But it is the little ghost boy crouching in the corner of the room, and the way the camera pans across, and then you don't see it. Well, you don't see it first, and then you do, and you realise that every night that poor kid has been in bed,
looking,
fully aware that this little kid is just crouched next to his bed looking at him.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. But people crouching in general, people hide when they crouch, right? It means they're waiting to jump out on someone and like boo them.
But in a lot of horror films as well, when people get possessed, they end up like crouching and crawling and sort of.
Why do I do that? The legs just not work.
Yeah.
It's like kind of.
But it's because there's something eerie about like that regression to all fours, isn't it?
Onto mate. Yeah.
But also looping back to what you just said about that boy crouching in the corner, I feel like that is also a nightmare that so many of us have. I feel like I've had a sleep paralysis where I've woken up and somebody's crouching next to my bed.
Right.
Like that is
a horrible thought. I just like, even like now, I don't know, it's nothing to do with the film Ring, apart from the fact that Ring, the Japanese Ring, scared the willies out of me.
There you go. I love that.
Right. And
you know the Family Guy episode where he's like going on about saying the name of the film, like in the film, and he's like, there it is. Like that was literally, you just did that with the performance name.
It is that. Sadako scared the shit out of me. She doesn't do a lot of crouching, just more pointing than crouching, but it is the thought that I have even now when I've watched a horror film, when I run upstairs because I'm like nervous and I want to go to bed. And I imagine Sadako crouching like by the staircase, so they'll run up, one of her hands is going to come and grab my ankle. I still get that.
I think it's anything that is different from the norm of what we expect is what we find scary, because they, this is really going back now, I don't know when the study or evidence was, but they looked at what humans found scary, and a lot of the time, like things like spiders and stuff, and it was things that are so drastically different from humans. So like it was like things that scare us are things that move fast. Yeah. Things that
spiders move too fast.
Yeah, it's like things that move fast, things that look really different, and there was one other thing that were like the top 3 reasons for finding something scary.
Yeah.
But that tracks, doesn't it? Like that crouching is, we'd normally be walking on 2 legs, like you said.
Exactly.
So that whole idea of like, we don't normally do that, so why are you doing it?
Yeah, exactly.
Creepy.
Why is that guy crouching?
I think that's why, I know it's not a spoiler really, but because you're going to go see the film, but in the beginning, like they bring back obviously something.
What, of Burn?
Of Evil Dead Burn, yeah. And she just like walks out, and it's just not scary at all. And I just think like, yeah, you haven't ticked the boxes. Right. You haven't done your homework.
You need the uncanny shit, don't you? You need the...
She just looks like a girl who's been to a Halloween party and has got lost, honestly.
Right. Yeah, not good enough. Not that I've seen it yet, but I think I know what you mean. It's like, if you're going to introduce horror, you have to in such a way that the thing being presented to you is acting in a... It's like...
In a way that you can't fathom.
Right, and they introduced this thing. Do you remember? I think it was a film, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a film called Jacob's Ladder. But they've done this...
I've heard of it.
Right, good movie. But they've done this trick so many times now where the head of someone begins to move in a weird way, and then they do the kind of the fast shoot thing where the head's not like this, but the body's kind of staying in the same place.
Yeah.
But the head's like moving too far. That's like one of those great tricks. And then the glitch thing where someone's moving and then they almost kind of like go from here to there really quick.
That's been, proven to be super freaky.
Right.
And
not normal timing, is it?
And interestingly, Jack, who we are going to have as a guest.
Sorry, Jack.
I know, sorry. Next time. He showed me a video and it got rated as one of the scariest clips from a horror film. And it's this woman in like white with a bun, like kind of looks a bit like ballet style, but like creepy. And she starts running, but her ankle like rolls and her head stays where it is, but her body moves. And the reason it's scary is because it's mirroring like birds of prey or like predators and how their heads will stay like fully focused when they're hunting. But like he doesn't like jump scares and stuff. So he was showing me this video and I was thinking, is this going to make me jump? And he's like, no, I won't do that. But like she's running and it is super creepy. I'll try and get him to send it to me.
Stuff like that is that's I think that's the detail in horror.
But that's what I mean. It's not the big jump scares. It's just the things that make you go like, yeah. Like I really don't like
that's why zombies work. They're quite well because zombies are there. They're just getting on with doing their thing. And then like they'll like roll an ankle or something or kind of snap and they just keep going, but now they're dragging that leg.
It's the it's the subtlety, isn't it? Yeah. Because you've got the zombies that are like screaming and that's all very intense.
Rage zombies.
But World War Z, when he's like can't see him and he's just like doing that teeth thing. Yeah.
I do if I hurt my teeth. But that
is creepy.
Yeah, that is proper creepy. That comes onto sound as well, doesn't it? Like kind of things anyway, that's probably like another thing. But for me then the little thing is
Crouching. God, we got all that from Crouching.
Right. But just to bring it into when I saw it and how I saw it and how I started thinking that sort of was just, again, back to jiu-jitsu, is that quite often like someone sitting there crouched, listening.
Ready to choke you.
Yeah, no chance. But yeah, kind of crouched down. I looked at the back of that person. I thought, yeah, people are crouching. It's quite scary in the wrong context.
So curious to see who you were looking at.
I will give you a name later.
Okay.
It's a small person.
Okay.
Creepy, small hands.
Okay, so
Phil Jackson. It's not actually. It really wasn't. I was just saying that because I know Phil would like it.
Let's hope he's listening. Otherwise,
he will listen.
Joke will go to die.
He will listen. Okay, right.
So yours actually ended up giving us loads to talk about. I'm thinking of mine now, and I'm thinking, oh god,
I'm excited because you laughed when you thought of it.
Because I'm wondering if it's even more like it gave me the ick than necessarily it's scary. But I was at my work summer party and there was a barbecue and they have those like big jumbo hot dogs. I was laughing because our podcast is now called The Willies and my story could be interpreted as somewhat phallic, but it's not, bear with me. But like every time people were going to like eat it, the skin was like so thick to pierce and like, and they're like, and the forks were wooden. That's another thing. Wooden cutlery.
Annoying.
So this person's
not creepy, but annoying.
Really like, and then it would go like, and you break through the skin and you'd like physically hear it. And then the thought of like biting that with your teeth also was like just as bad. Texture? Yeah, because it was such thick skin.
Yeah.
I didn't eat this sausage. I just watched many people.
Was it a sausage situation or was it like a Savoy kind of skin situation? Do you know what I mean? Like the difference, like one thing's like kind of like Savoy's kind of like more, you know the Savoy?
I don't know.
It's like the red sausage that you get in a chip shop.
Yeah, sort of like that, but it wasn't. It was a big jumbo sausage, like.
But normal sausage skin?
I think so,
Why was it so tough?
It was thick. Maybe the wooden cutlery as well. But people were literally, it was taking, I mean, maybe they're weak. But
what? And where was...
I'm joking.
Mate, I couldn't even pull a flipping magnet out of my box a minute ago. But where's the creepiness in it, though?
I think because it's kind of like the skin.
Why is it like the willies?
I just think it was like this, it being so hard to break the skin and then that like piercing. It was just a bit like...
Was it the popping thing?
I think so. Finally getting through the skin. Yeah. And probably the clash of like the wooden texture of the cutlery against this.
That's like a sensory thing.
Yeah.
That you find challenging, I think. A challenging sensory episode.
It's not even that it's challenging. The fact that we were thinking about things that have like stuck in our minds.
Yeah.
That was something where I was watching the person do it and I was like, God, that skin should not be that thick.
Like that like elephantine skin, like
yes.
Now imagining you in bed like this, like tossing and turning, like yours
is crouching. You cannot make fun of my mundane thing when that is the point.
I can a bit.
But also, okay, hear me out though.
Okay.
So everyone had eaten all their like food, and it'd been a bit of time, and there was still some left over because it's prepaid. So they were getting more. Who wants more? And they're putting big plates of like burgers and chicken thighs. Were all delicious.
Yeah.
2 full plates of sausages got brought over. Did anyone go back for seconds for the sausage? No.
So it was a thing then?
It was bothersome.
Bothersome.
It was bothersome.
Your sausages, sir, are bothersome. Don't bring me a plate of these ridiculously thick skins.
Slap it away. Just knock it down. Leave them in the grass.
All sausages leave a lot to be desired. But yes. I mean, I get it. I get it. Little things like that.
Or you know, when like in horror films, I guess like when they like get its skin and they tear it and the skin peels.
No, we were talking about Lee Cronin. I've got quite sausagey fingers.
That's on brand, isn't it? They're just getting in the way.
Skin's relatively fit. Some cauliflower under the
But yeah, I think maybe that's what it was. It was like the remnants of such tough skin that you can't break through it.
I get it. But we were talking about Lee Cronin's Mummy earlier, and
which we loved. And it got obliterated on Rotten Tomatoes with 46.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Well, yeah, I think it was 46. You looked it up, didn't you? Because we both like that film, and I think that one of the best scenes, obviously, is the thick skin that actually is like years worth of. Oh, so good. But I
just can't believe it because I looked it up because Evil Dead Burn, which, as I previously just said, I thought was terrible, got 72%.
Yeah.
And Jack Cooper, who will be on the pod, said that he thinks someone got paid off for that score, which I would agree.
Well, maybe. I haven't heard good things about it, but I'm going to go see it, but mostly because I get to eat Five Guys.
Yeah. But with The Mummy, bad reviews, but we loved it. Because
we just love it.
I feel like it ticked so many boxes that it built suspense.
It did. Not the perfect horror film, I think, by any means, but it did like all the right things. And if we were going back to Stupid Decisions, there were many in that film.
Oh,
like,
let's leaving her in her route, or like leaving the kids,
or leave the demonic girl with her aging grandmother.
Yeah,
great idea.
You're gonna like Evil Dead Burn because there's some parallels there.
Right. Okay. So these are both, I think, quite good examples of things that we find challenging and creepy.
Yes.
Yours was a jumbo sausage with thick elephantitis
At least
skin.
mine's on brand of the podcast.
No, I got it. Well, on brand if you also keep rotating around the Willy thing. I suppose it is.
Well, yeah.
Okay, let's all rotate around Willies then.
Okay. So
what's next, Lily?
We were going to talk a bit about other topics that have given people the willies.
Yes.
A bit creepy.
Yes.
So the first one is what do you call it? Not concept, because it's a thing that happens. So like the history of Victorian post-mortem photography.
Yeah, that is creepy.
So you said you knew someone who has photos.
Yeah, I do. I have a friend. No names mentioned.
You're going to drop out.
No, I know, because I love, this is one of my favourite people in the whole world. And if he listens to this, he'll know exactly who he is. But he's got a lovely cottage out west a bit. We go around there quite often on a Saturday night. And he is a collector of many things. But one thing he has is, I think there are, but there's definitely dotted around his kitchen. You know, when you look at, you have the images that they're like, they're not like the magic eye ones. You've got to stare at them for ages and then figure out what it is. It's one of those ones where you walk past it and it changes. You used to get like badges and stuff that did it. Like, you know, have like one image there, but when you move, the image adjusted slightly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Not really, but go with it.
Okay. So they're like, anyway. So as you walk past these photos, it's like two little Victorian girls holding hands. But as you walk further past the pic and look back at it, they're now two almost like skeletal, the same girl.
That's cool.
Really cool. But when you first do that, when you first walk past it, you're like, what? And then sort of...
So is it meant to be an illusion?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. It's meant to be an illusion.
Okay.
But these are like, you know, dotted around. And so, I suppose it's an example of that very frightening Victorian photography.
Yeah,
because you're about to crack in.
The one that we're talking about, so it says 19th century, so that would be 1800s.
1800s, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So photography didn't really exist, or was a bit of a luxury?
It was around, but it was like, I think, fairly wealthy families only.
Yeah.
They would hire a photographer.
So essentially, when a family member would die, what they would do is pose the dead person as if they were still alive to take one last picture. And sometimes they would actually paint open eyes
on
horrible. The dead people, so that then you'd have to guess which one was actually even dead. Maybe it was a bit of a game.
Yeah, they played one of them parlor games.
They didn't have phones.
Yeah. So they got bored of embroidery and they were like, spot the dead dude.
Yeah, rather than pin the tail on the donkey. It's
I'm bored of
pin the eyes on the dead man.
I'm bored of that game, Daddy. Can we do spot the dead man in the photo?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's horrible. And I've seen these photos.
Have you? I don't think I have.
My grandmother had some of these photos because, I grew up in quite a Victorian family, or the, you know, legacy of a Victorian family, and it was a thing for sure.
So what was weird is like, they It's the fact that they had to take one last picture even though they were dead. Like, why not take the one picture whilst they're alive?
Maybe the death was a bit of a shocker.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? If they had the ability to take a picture, why does it need to be once the person's dead?
I don't know. There's a name for it. There's something, it's either memory or... It's a bit... What's
Memorious. I feel like you're going Latin.
No, but there was the phrase, memento mori, you know, all things die, or we all...
That's from 28 years later, isn't it?
It's in there, for sure.
Fines.
That's right. But it's a thing. Like, you can get a coin, can't
memento mori. It's memento mori. Death will come.
Everything dies. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I think it's maybe... But the photos had a name that sort of suggested that, but I think I don't know whether they deliberately did it when they were dead because it was like that was part of the whole idea of the photo. It was like... That
was the purpose.
Yeah, to take a photo with your dead relative.
That seems
It does seem odd. You think you would wait to not be dead. But I don't know. Again, like... It's one of those many things about Victorian, you know... times that is spooky.
It was a different time.
People walk much faster, didn't they, on camera?
God,
they did.
What was it? And when did they stop doing this?
I don't know.
Shall I look it up?
You can look up if you want.
I think I should.
Look up. Anything we were well researched again, obviously.
Like, but when did they stop taking post-mortem photos
with family?
I was thinking. 1930s. Oh, because death moved from home to hospitals.
Okay.
That's interesting.
So like Uncle Jerry pops it at home. You put him up in his favourite chair, paint eyes on him.
Yeah.
Take a photo.
It's because no one could stop you, basically.
Yeah.
That's why. Because I can.
Yeah.
The entitlement.
Yeah. It's like, do you think it would be good to paint Uncle Jerry's eyes on and take a photo with him?
Oh, okay. Also,
like we're doing live research.
Okay, so yeah, but that's fine. Lily. That's fine. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
So one reason it faded out was because portable cameras made photography cheap and easy.
Oh, gross.
However, but also World War First one.
Yeah.
And modern sanitation changed how society viewed and processed grief. So I guess maybe people thought it was gross. Eventually, we learned more about germs.
Sure. Okay.
Hippocrates, and who was actually the person who.
What, the germ thing?
Developed germs, yeah.
Developed germs?
Not developed germs, but like discovered germs.
Was it? I don't know.
Oh, no.
But I think was it Louis Pasteur?
I was going to say that because pasteurization.
Pasteurization, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was back to... Oh, dear.
I did medicine through time in my history GCSE. Can you tell I skived school?
Yeah, because you got no fucking idea about as much as I have.
Germs. Okay, but this is... Okay. Yes! Louis Pasteur. They weren't discovered... by a single person, but through a series of breakthroughs in the 19th century. So that tracks with the post-mortem photography.
So that is a case of, let's not cuddle Uncle Jerry with the kids when he's dead.
Yeah.
Because not very hygienic.
Yeah.
Also, how do they die?
Also on brand, but another person who contributed was Robert Koch.
Fantastic. Good old Robert Koch.
Oh,
good dog.
Koch's postulates. I feel like that's what we call our fan base.
That sounds horrible. Our fan base. First of all, presumptuous we going to have a fan base.
I know.
It's just like Jack.
I'm manifesting. Jack and Cassie. And Dan. Shout out to the number.
Is Dan a fan? 3. Dan's a fan. I guess
he is.
A fan.
He is.
But okay, so that's... But back to the spookiness of these things and not why it's creepy.
Well, I was going to add on it because although it faded out, what's creepy is it's not actually gone. It's not creepy. I guess it's a part of a process, but organizations still do it for like parents whose like babies have died.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, which like I can kind of understand, but also that is
it's a challenging subject, isn't it? Because you don't know what it feels like to be there.
Yeah.
And like, I think I find that more sad. I find it sad and creepy.
Yeah.
Whereas like a dude who's just popped it because he's coughed too loud or something and then just go,
wouldn't you be scared? Because there's that thing of like once people are dead, they can still like move.
Yeah.
Imagine if you've put grandpa in his chair and the next thing is he's like
imagine, because like gas releases in the body.
Yeah.
Imagine you popped up grandpa. This is slow, elongated fart, and you would have taken the photo. It's like granddad's farting and he's dead.
Yeah,
that's pretty creepy. But
unless it was something you did all the time, and then you'd be like, classic grandpa.
It's almost like he's still with us.
His last hurrah.
Yes, I think he made a trap. So.
He's followed through this time. He's followed through with blood and guts.
Oh my God, Lily. But the creepiness of that photography also is just also the fact that anything photographed in that time period looks scary.
Because it's like grey.
Right. And
not even black and white.
Are really
and like rings under their eyes.
Everything looks grainy and the shadow is everywhere.
And the clothes are pretty
vignetting, you know, like the darkness around the edges of the photos. And everything looks scary as shit when it's old, doesn't it?
It kind of does.
Yeah.
And
old stuff's scary.
But there isn't specificity there though, because you've got like vintage old is not necessarily scary.
Vintage old's good, and kitsch.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, that's fine. But it's like the darkness of the thing, isn't it? The tone. And it's also, why did Victorians, and I remember because I saw photos like this in my grandmother's house, her family, but they were always so rigid, like kind of, and did not smile.
Yeah.
You know, in the kids look like they've just been beaten up. You know, all these photos are just like super sad. And then the mother matriarch is like, kind of like, like this. And the grandpa's got a pipe.
Yeah.
And it's just all a bit like...
very serious.
Yeah, you don't laugh in your house, do you?
I wonder why that was. Because that laughter must have been like a thing that is how humans bond, right? Like having fun with each other. So that will have been something that's come with evolution.
Yeah.
So the fact that at some point that's like, we don't do that. And then we've managed to push through that. It's so interesting how humans go through eras.
I wonder how much it was that kind of like this sort of stoicism of like particularly men.
And human religion as well, it must be.
I think, yeah, like a lot of it. I think it's like, you know, men were sort of bred for war and politics, you know. And then I suppose if your wife laughed, it was kind of like, what?
You're not controlling her,
Yeah. So we'll shush your wife.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing, right? And the kids would definitely be seen and not heard. And that was a phrase that was pretty standard,
that's well known, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, well, I love where that took us.
Well, you know, this is basically us having a cup of coffee in Cooper's, isn't it? This is what happens.
That's how it all began.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love that. Even if we didn't know everything about it. But I think that's kind of the fun of it.
That's the charm, Lily, is that we're not well researched.
We're not academics. We
know our things. We know what we know, don't we?
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
We know what we know, and we don't know what we don't know.
Exactly.
But do you know what? That can be our catchphrase at the end.
I think it should be, because it seems like a good disclaimer.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, cool.
Okay. What do we talk about? Ants.
Yeah.
There's a word there which I can't read. I know the word, but I don't have to. I kind of.
I don't even want to. Is it this one?
Yeah.
You said it earlier, and it sounded like
no, I do know, but I can't remember it, so I'm gonna have to don these. Right. Okay.
Ophiocordyceps.
Ophiocordyceps. Yes.
Oh.
So cordyceps are mushrooms, right? And mushroom is a kind of fungi.
I was like, drug?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where you were going with it.
Well, they are. I think the magic mushroom is a type of cordyceps. Anyway, ants. We'll embark on this little journey about ants and fungus. There's a scary bloody thing about fungus, right? We're all worried about things going bang, weather, climate, you know, stuff happening, meteors and that kind of thing, right? Bang. But one thing we should always be worried about is fungus.
I mean, yeah, that's like mold, isn't it?
Right.
Spores, all of that. It's the silent killer.
But the temperature dictates whether or not fungi will live or not.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that does make sense.
So, and also, fungi wants to grow wherever it can possibly grow.
Yeah.
Right? So, if, for example, there was a strain, you know, like how viruses mutate and change all the time, fungus does the same.
Yeah.
So if there's ever a fungus that goes, oh, I'm going to live in Lily's nose, for example, it'll damn well grow there, whether you like it or not. And
do the conditions not have to be optimum then?
They do, but maybe one day they will be, right? And fungi adapts, and it adapts to climate change and humidity and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. So these ants already have this problem. We don't, as humans, have it yet. To the extent that ants do.
Ants have what problem?
This problem.
Okay.
With the cordyceps.
Okay.
Right. So this fungus crawls into the ant, starts growing within the ant.
So the fungus moves, or does the ant eat?
The ant as it's, so it's just the ant being in an environment where the fungus is.
So like almost even could be breathing it in.
Right.
Like spores.
Touching, breathing, whatever it is. Yeah, spores is the thing.
Mm.
Spores is how fungus will potentially get us.
Yeah.
Because we're breathing that stuff in. And fungus, when it goes, really likes to spread its load wherever it goes.
Right. Focus.
I'm thinking about, but like a dandelion does this one.
Okay.
Anyway, so this fungus, this is the thing. It gets into the ant, goes to the brain, and takes control of the motor skills of the ant. It now is basically puppeting the ant.
That's crazy.
It is crazy, but it happens all the time. And then the ant will now climb to a height where when it explodes, its head literally will go like this, and it will spray those spores over the entire colony of ants. And now all the ants have this shit. And so it goes, and so it goes.
That is like horrific.
That is one of the scariest, if you think about that objectively, that's one of the scariest things you will ever hear or see. But it happens. Ask David Attenborough. Did a whole thing.
Yeah, no, like...
it's scary. So...
It's like the maximum... What's the word I'm thinking of? Like, way to be successful in your mission. Like, propagate,
exactly. So imagine this, right? You've now got this fungus in your nose, and you and I are chatting right now. And you're like, wait a minute, David. I've got a funny old... I'm going to sneeze. I'm like, but then your eyes like go blah. And now all of a sudden, you don't see me. You just now have a desire to climb on my roof and just explode your head so that all my neighbours get...
Do you think if it infected humans, I still have... Do you think the ants go to a height because they're on the ground, so they need to get maximum rain down?
Yeah, the fungus makes them get height.
Whereas if it was in us, because we're already bigger, do you think we'd get the instinct to climb, or do you think we'd just get the instinct to be near...
I think you go find a crowd of
other people so you could infect more?
Yeah, I think you just get them straight to pub.
Because is the fungus... a living thing, or is it the impact of like the chemicals that result in this?
That I don't know. You'll have to ask someone like Paul Stamets. He'd know that. But like what we do know is that if you even now went out, like say to the woods, and you started poking around on a bit of mycelium fungus, that network is like goes on for thousands of miles. So over there, that bit of fungus doesn't know you obviously, but it knows that something has stimulated that bit of fungus thousands of miles away.
Oh, wow.
The mycelial network is crazy, and it is everywhere. Right?
So that's so funny that you said that, because I was watching Mating Season on Netflix. It's like a new cartoon, which is like fine, but there's a bit where they like go underneath and it's the mushrooms, and it goes on about it all being like connected and how they talk and all of that. So it's funny that you just brought that up.
Yeah, it's a thing. So that I think is super scary. Now, that being said, right, there is a video game that's based on this called The Last of Us.
Yes.
So it's like another sort of, it's almost like a zombie
I was going to say
apocalypse thing. Zombies, it is that, but in this, the fungus overtakes you. You then, go and you propagate by finding human beings and spreading. Their entire directive is just... So
is it propagated through heads exploding or biting? Or...
It's just everything in the end. It's just all the spores. There were like areas where there was just so many spores that you can't walk through it because it's going to happen to
Airborne stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's just most people, The Last of Us says it all. And so, but it's based on a very real possibility. And the build up to it is very much that kind of thing of like a zombie film where it's kind of, there are pockets of it, how it starts in India. There's a pocket of it here. Someone comes over here. They're not feeling very well,
like anything, isn't it?
Like COVID.
I was going to say like any disease.
Yeah.
So does it only at this point in time affect ants?
I think ants and maybe some like wasps and stuff, but insects right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, so wasps, they fly. So everywhere.
Exactly.
So it's the smaller... It's insects.
Insects right now.
In time.
Right now. But one day, Lily.
Do you reckon?
Might be eating on a thick skin sausage.
Will
weed. I don't need to frighten you, Lily. I feel like I frightened you.
Ophiocordyceps infect humans. People have already asked. That's good.
They have, yeah.
No, it cannot infect humans because our body temperature is too hot. There you go.
See, it's about temperature, but what happens if our body temperature drops through some, I don't know, climate situation?
It also says that these fungi, highly co-evolved, specialize in specific insect physiologies, making them completely completely incompatible with complex mammalian nervous and immune systems.
For now.
So I've shotgunned. You just let it go.
Well, I don't want to be like plagued by fungus, but anyway.
It even says, while other fungal pathogens exist, pop culture scenarios like The Last of Us remain strictly science fiction.
Listen, if science fiction.
To be fair, it says The Last of Us apocalypse is not realistic, but rising threat of fungal ... fungal pathogens is, and it quite literally, that is the end. Isn't that the worst title of a thingy ever?
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I just realised I've not been recording through either of our microphones.
So will that not have recorded anything?
Okay, well, this is happening. So maybe something's going on, and I will check in like when we finish this, and I'll cut this whole bit out.
We're not far off, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure what he thinks is recording through.
Is there normally a light? Does that mean we turned it off when it buzzed?
Oh shit, maybe I checked there already on. It doesn't matter. It just means they're not recording on these, but it's probably recording in there, and it's fine. We will find out, Lily. But it's been a good test run.
It has. But I was showing you how bad that title is. Oh, but rising threat of fungal pathogens is.
Oh, I see. A definitive is.
I thought it was just, you can listen to this article. Anyway. I think it's the heat. The heat is making me distracted.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, that is a pretty scientifically scary thing.
Yeah.
The fact that it exists in ants is pretty bad.
It literally makes them suicidal. Yeah. It's kind of like, there's definitely horror films that do that. Is it The Happening?
Yeah.
Where there's like something in the air and people just start killing themselves.
Yeah. That
must be a virus. But I haven't watched that in years.
That's a good film, actually.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. They just start dropping, don't they?
And it's the same as Smile, actually.
Yeah,
they kill themselves and then like pass it on.
Yeah, but that's like a 1-to-1 thing, isn't it? They just pass it on to the next.
Yes. Yeah. It's not it's not a widespread infection.
Yeah. That you can kind of deal with. Not nice, but hopefully what happened to you.
You say you can kind of deal with, but not once the Smile's following you, you can't.
But only like if it's you.
Yeah.
So
it would be in this scenario. Like, we're not just like, oh, look, he's seeing the Smile. Oh, poor old sod.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just choked me on my beer.
Getting emotional.
Yeah, I'm getting emotional about the happening. I don't like it when people just fall over for no reason.
Fall over. Oh, God.
Right, where are we at, Lily?
We are basically coming to the end.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Which, to be fair, is still good going.
It is not bad going.
I think.
So, okay. This is the point where probably then we need to invite anyone who's listening to send us anything
that they find creepy.
Yeah. Anything that gives them the willies, right? And I think when I publish this, if we publish this,
yeah, I mean, if the sound is
fine,
that would be devastating because this has been fun.
It has been fun. A good dry run in it. But yeah, the means to send us something. So just send us things that, give you the willies.
Where are they going to send it?
Well, this is it. I'm going to give them an email address to send stuff to.
Lovely.
Yeah. I already know what that email address is. I just can't remember all of it, and I don't want to say it wrong now because it's not been used for a while.
So you're not going to tell them this?
Not now, but I will put it in the show notes.
Okay. Cool.
The show notes.
But also there's Instagram, though.
There is Instagram. Yeah, there is. Are you going to run Instagram for us this time?
Sure.
You know? Yeah. But so I don't know. Well, we need to find a way of like rounding this whole thing off, don't we?
Well, that's why we need a catchphrase, isn't it?
Okay.
If anyone can think of a really good play on words for our podcast being called The Willies, how we close it off.
What kind of
do our work for us?
Yeah, do our work for us. And but what kind of thing could it be?
I'm quite happy with we know what we know and we don't we don't know, to be honest.
We don't know what we don't know. And that gives us the willies. No, that doesn't work. But I think we can expand on what we've got here.
Yeah,
I think.
For sure.
I think.
This is just the start.
Yeah. And I think that, like, being able to kind of, I don't know, that there's lots of things that happen and things that are around which are deeply disturbing.
Yeah.
In fact, you don't have to look too far to find these things.
No.
Most of the time. And we can talk about this shit to the cows go home.
Yeah. I've already in my head thinking, like, we're going back to those photos on like pictures that follow you. It makes me think of, like, we went on a school trip in year 4 to a place called Ufton Court.
Oh, Ufton Court.
And I had to go through the library to get to my room, which was so far away. And the library had a portrait of a woman that, oh my God, did the eyes follow you? Bear in mind, you're like 8 in year 4.
Yeah, that is terrifying.
And I used to like run through. It was so scary. And the problem is as well, like, your imagination runs wild with you because you're in a room with like 4 other 8-year-old girls who are already like freaked out just because the building's like old and haunted. Yeah. So then like one of them thinks they've seen a figure in the shower. So then you're all crying and it just sort of escalates, doesn't it? This
is the funny thing as well, I think, about even as adults, but definitely when you're kids, is the ability to scare each other.
It's your imagination is your worst enemy.
But it takes one person to begin the whole, like, you know.
Saying that though, you know, it's really scary when you have a collective experience of something. Yeah. Because it's not then your imagination because someone else has heard it. For example, so my old house in Newbury, it was quite a big old house. So it would make...
I didn't know you were from Newbury.
I was born in Newbury.
Were you?
Yeah.
I love a bit of Newbury.
Yeah, I only moved here in like 2010.
My friend lives in the one I was talking about with the scary photo, just quickly, lives in Beedon, which is... You got that place called World's End, just outside Newbury? And then, I thought you'd know your local. Oh, yeah.
I moved when I was like 13. So, you know, your spatial awareness of it's where your school is and where the town is.
Just feel like
and where
enough.
The leisure centre is.
Okay. I'm going to show you on a map later.
Okay.
You'll be like, what? Anyway, sorry, continue.
Anyway, yeah. And me and my sister, we probably were like 11 and 7. Would my mum leave us at home by ourselves? Probably. And
it's illegal, but yeah.
We were getting a bit creeped out. We must have been older then, but I remember feeling young.
Yeah.
Is it illegal?
Nah, I don't know.
No, it's not. There's no minimum age. It's whatever you feel is
Does your child feel responsible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
No, it's definitely not. And so we're at home and we're getting a bit freaked out by the noises and we're like, oh gosh. And like our stairs were the ones that went like up and around and then there was like a landing. So you couldn't see like everything. And so we're getting ourselves a bit worked up and we're like, oh, when this was back when phones were like, you know, plugged into the wall. So you had to go and like dial
you
the
remember
phone.
Those Baker lights?
On the phone, yeah. It was green.
Yeah.
And
it was green.
It was green.
Just for context.
And so we're going to the phone and then we hear like a noise and we're both kind of like, oh God. And then this sounds so pathetic when I say it out loud, but I'm not joking. We heard like a child's voice go, boo. Like literally. And both of us ran under the blanket. I mean, my sister went under the blanket. She left me out in the open to be sacrificed because...
Yeah. Offer yourself to it. The spirit.
And like, but to me, like we both heard that noise because it went boom. We both looked at each other straight away.
Yeah, that's scary.
So I know that wasn't just me because she experienced it too.
Well, how do you talk about that now? Is that a thing that you still occasionally kind of refer back to? Like, did we definitely hear that?
I don't really.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I don't mean to bring up family politics. Sorry about that.
But I imagine if I brought it up, I think it probably had more of an impact on me, to be honest, because I was much younger.
Yeah, but you're right. The shared experience thing, this isn't really part of our format for our show, but I quite like this because it's reminded me of when my brother and I, we used to swim over the River Thames and then climb Winter Hill. Right, you know Winter Hill.
We do.
We know that Winter Hill. Right, so. But when we were little kids, we swim over the river and then occasionally we just keep on going all the way up the top of the hill, come back down again, swim across the river, back to the sailing club. Bong. One day, my brother and I swam over the river, went up the top. We were about halfway up the hill and he stops. You know when someone stops and they've seen something and you have that instinct straight away that they're looking at something bad. So I've stopped too and I'm like, what's up, Don? Like that. And he's pointed. It's nothing like, you know, not like a dead dude or anything or whatever, but there were these creatures that look, shit, you know, they look like lions, but like reddish hair. And there were about 4 of them, right?
This actually happened?
Yes. Yes, it did happen, right? And my brother and I were like scared. Well, Do you know what he did? He put the willies up us big time. So we ran down and we swam like, whoa. And we were saying to our parents, like, these things are, and they were like, you're talking nonsense, blah, blah, blah. Turns out these things did exist, but they were like, for some reason, they had some of those, like, I think Angus cows up there, the big shaggy red-haired things.
Well, like Highland cows.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But they were on the hill for some reason and they were lying down. So at like, anyway.
Distance, right.
There was but it was like, we'd seen nothing like it before.
Yeah.
And little kids, like on an adventure.
Yeah.
It was like, what is that? Anyway,
yeah.
Maybe my brother embellished it a bit to me, but we were, where I say when you kind of get that giggle fear thing, where it's like you start running, and then they both like laughing but really scared at the same time. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. So we like full tilt down the hill.
That is such a real thing. You either like cry or you laugh. Those are your two like reactions, aren't they?
It's when you're escaping from that scary thing, then there's that nervous giggle. Like if you're running away from something that is scary. Because I think there's something like, am I going to get away or not? And it makes you giggle because it's like, oh God, I think I'm okay.
To be fair, I think that I'm saying this like this happens often, but like if someone chases me, like I'll probably like get into a bit of a laugh. I think because it's nervous laughter. But like it's like a bit of a scream, a bit of a laugh. Yeah. Like if someone chases you up the stairs, it's like, I'm almost like being tickled. It's like, it's uncomfortable laughter.
Yeah. You don't want it to happen, but it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a thing with my wife where I'm where I'm really good. I think I'll show you later in private.
Oh God, where is this going? Please get to the point.
I think I'm very good. I've studied the movement of zombies, right? And I think I'm pretty damn good. I used to do this thing called the zombie walk every now and again. Like,
I don't know them.
Right. So the foot drag. They're like,
you always do that. You look like Simon Pegg in
he does
Shaun of the Dead when you do your impression. You do the same mouth.
When I first saw that, I gave Simon a little yes. But I do that to Lee when she's walking upstairs. I'll do the zombie walk behind her.
I bet she loves that.
I keep saying now put the willies up a bit. I think I'm going to use that phrase more than I think it does.
Don't say that.
It scares her. Anyway, yeah. Yeah.
I had something I was going to add to that and I had completely gone out of my head. Oh man. Can't remember. Right. But yeah, okay. Well, that was a fun little ad.
I like that. But I think it would, shared fear is like, that is that archetype where like high school kids go to camp, they start telling horror stories, and eventually like someone tells the story. You know, when you got that the one kid, and they're like, you tell us your story. And they're like, you don't want to hear my story.
Yeah.
Fuck, because their story's real.
Yeah.
And they start telling that story and it's like, oh shit.
I think I was that kid. I have good ghost stories, but I think we should save this for a different episode.
I mean, yeah. Ghost stories are good stories. Yeah. I've got a few. Yeah. I used to spend a lot of time in All Saints Church in Marlow, and that place, well, put it this way, I used to enjoy bringing the bell ringers there tea.
Yeah.
But one thing happened one day, and I never climbed those stairs ever again.
And that is a perfect cliffhanger to leave that on, isn't it? I'm going to do this
and leaning real close. Like.
Can you look how shiny you're
Look how shiny you are.
Yeah, but when your head turned to the side and you are...
Yeah. Oh, well, I see.
Because it just like, because you turned and it was like a new surface that I hadn't seen yet.
A new surface? Is it giving you the same horrible feeling as seeing a thick skin sausage?
Yes, nearly.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Right then. Well, if you got this far, well done.
If it even gets uploaded, I'm going to be really fucking sad.
Listen,
if not.
These things happen, technical glitches. But yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah, see you next time.
Just quickly though, Joel's nice.
What?
Sitting here chatting shit with you again.
Yeah. It is nice. Really chat shit. God, what's happening?
Say goodbye. Look, say bye to those. Oh, they're over there. Look, bye, people.
Bye.